Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
You see, you're searching for somebody that'll take you out and do you right, do you right, do you right. Well, come here, baby, and let daddy show you what it feel like, feel like, feel like. You know, all you gotta do is tell me what you're sipping on. And I promise that I'm gonna keep coming all night long, looking in your eyes while you're on the other side. And I think that, shorty, I got a thing for you. Yeah, doing it on purpose, winding and working it. I can tell by the way you're looking at me, girl.
Wanna make love in this club. Hey, in this club, in this club. I wanna make love in this club. Hey! In this club. In this club. In this club. Whoa ha ha whoa ha whoa ha whoa ha. Whoa ha whoa ha ha whoa ha whoa ha whoa ha. Oh wah ha whoa ha whoa ha whoa ha. Whoa ha ha whoa ha ha whoa ha ha whoa ha. Whoa ha ha whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Yeah. Whoa ha ha. My goodness. Welcome back to hell is Jaden XD. Middle Earth. The dungeon.
Yeah, I like that there.
We're not as dark as we claim to be.
No, we're not.
Right,
we're actually
like,
beings of light. Ish.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know about all that.
Ish, light-ish.
Yeah. Ish, yes. Yes.
Light-ish.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm your host, XD, aka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, where? And then I was like, oh.
Yeah. And I thought about that long and hard, too. I was like, what is the most definitive thing that you can say about yourself this week? And it was just...
Okay, all right. Well, I'm Jade, a.k.a. nigga.
Yeah.
Ellipses.
Yeah.
That's it this week. AKA go home, Tina Burner. Damn, shit.
Yo. Well, I'll talk about that in a second. But how was your week?
It was Mercury retro fading like everybody else. It's like,
the planets are fuck nigga.
Oh, they fuck. You see? Look, here comes the motherfucking soundtrack. Bobo. Bobo. Yeah, planets are fuck nigga, and therefore it is translating into real life. And fuck all y'all who are like, y'all just love to blame some shit on the retrograde. You don't know nothing. The planets are fuck nigga, and that's what they're doing, and they are. But you know, what does Kia say every week? God got me, and I'm his niglet, or something. It's something along those lines.
Yes, God blesses all little nigglets. Yes, he does.
Same sentiment.
Yeah.
How are you this week?
Yeah, that's it.
That's fair, friend. That's
I've been tired as shit. Like,
Yo,
you know what I
me
mean?
too.
Like, people have been saying it's the moon and stuff, which it probably is.
Could
but
be.
I have been exhausted.
Same.
Like, lack of motivation. And mind you, it hasn't been like this, like, beginning of the year. It was been great. And then this past week, man, I don't know.
I know, it was very damn bitch, my feet hurt.
Yeah. But other than that, like, it was cool. I a happy BHM.
Yes.
And yeah. Although I really
it's
should
always Black History Day over here.
Yeah, definitely Black 365.
Yes.
Although I think we should go back to calling it Negro History Month, and there's a reason for that.
Oh, okay.
So, but I can't say on this side. I have to say that shit on Patreon.
On the Patreon side. If y'all want the real chaos and negativity, because we told y'all we got merch coming. The cancellation is coming. It's just coming in like a storm. Y'all might call this the CPS people on me, but last night when you're talking about how tired you've been, bitch, it's snowing outside. You don't have to put that motherfucking bullhorn on. Hate the fucking police. I hate the fucking police, and I want to fucking punch Cuomo in the neck because he's sitting up here talking about putting them in the batch of niggas who need to be vaccinated first. Like, what you mean them?
Mm-hmm.
Half of them niggas walking around with their fucking mask under their fucking bottom lip anyway. Why the fuck they need to be vaccinated? They never gave a fuck from jump.
The police are a disease anyway.
They really are. Natural selection, nigga. Get them out of here. But, that's not what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So last night, speaking of how tired you were, me and Tristan were both, like, exhausted. And I guess he passed out doing work in the front. And Noah was taking a shower. And I passed out doing work. I was like, tell me when you done lotioning and we'll do your story. You go to bed. She's like, okay. I don't ever pass out. That's his job. He passes out and everybody gotta wake him up. But I passed out last night. I don't know what time she went to bed.
The problem is Noah, as much as an adult, like she probably went to bed not too much longer after y'all did.
Because this morning she was like, I'm going to make myself some breakfast. I said, what are you going to make? She said, an egg and some hash browns. I was like, bro, no.
She was trolling you.
Yo,
she was trolling you. She said, because y'all want to go to sleep. I will raise myself, damn it.
All I know is it was like 4:15 and this little nigga slid into my bed. And it didn't seem like she had done a sleepwalk to my bed like she normally does. It seemed like she was like, okay, it's time. So this morning, after realizing I passed out, and I was like, I never did her story. I never put her to bed. And usually he does, but I'm trying to do better with being involved in putting her to bed. Even though I do a lot of other shit. And so I was like, what time did she go to bed last night? He was like, I don't know, nigga. I passed out. And I was like, oh, that's what I realized. I was like, nobody knows what time she went to bed. Ooh, so that's how my week was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
just
gosh.
Real parent shit.
Yeah, both of us, we've been just passing out randomly, like normally, and we have odd sleep schedules anyway because we still keep up with New York time for one, and then two, we get up early, and so like we've just been passing out at like 4:00 in the afternoon, just like
For hours.
for hours. Wake up at like 8 hours later, just be up.
XD be texting me at the weirdest fucking hours. Like,
I know.
the weirdest. But then I'll hit this nigga in the middle of the afternoon. It'd be crickets. I mean, Silento. Like,
Yeah. Ooh, no.
No, well, you know, that was just
not
more.
Silento.
Not Silento,
okay.
but Silent. Oh.
Yeah.
By the, I thought
the
that
other
boy's
name-
name was Silent Toes. I thought that's what he was saying for the longest.
It was like, I thought it was like cilantro without the R.
No, I thought it was like Silent Toes. Like I make my moves in silence. So it's
like tiptoed in my Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. like the G in lasagna. And then I realized what his name was when I also realized this young man has issues. Issues. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about today, and it ain't about Silent Toes.
No, but subscribe to our Patreon. That's where the real mess lives. We don't do just recaps anymore. No, we do like YouTube stuff over there now. We do reaction videos. Like our most recent video is us reacting to early 90s talk shows. That was a good one.
It was a good one.
So, $5 holla, you get everything. Also join our Discord. That is our own community. It is better than Clubhouse. I'll open up the audio chat portion at some point.
Oh, Clubhouse is ghetto.
Yeah. But on Discord, it has their own audio channel. So we'll see how that goes one day. But join our Discord. Let's see.
I'm sorry, that's gonna be a mess.
I know. We'll see. We got to plan that.
Woo!
Because Discord is already the jam. I love you all who have joined and who continue to join.
Absolutely.
It's a really nice community. You all have been so nice and pleasant to one another. Yes, you should.
I should
Yeah,
look.
see? It's been really good. There's text chats for all the shows that we review and then some. There's a gaming chat in there so you can help game with other listeners.
Yes.
And there's also a chat where you could promote your own stuff. Definitely promote your own business, your own podcast, your own, anything. We want to build a community. And it's great to do that through Discord.
How do I?
Oh, Lord.
Wait, is
Grandma
this me?
Jade.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay, now wait a minute.
Grandma J, check your battery. Check your...
Am I supposed to be friend requesting people? I don't have to do that.
I mean, you can if you want to.
Well, I don't even know how to use this, so I'm...
How did you type in it the last time?
Well, I don't even know where I typed. That's what I was trying to... I said, where?
Jeez.
Because I said, I don't know how to use this. And...
Oh, my gosh. She's actively, live using this.
How the hell? Okay.
See where it says text channels on the side? Or click
channels.
general.
Okay, hold on.
Shit.
Woo, this is ugly. Okay, general. Oh! Ooh. Oh, y'all talk.
Yes, Negro. You should there's multiple text channels. You should participate with us, co-host.
First of all, nigga, don't do me, because I be over here trying to... You already know my brain is soup. So why would you even do that to me right now?
I'm just saying.
You're trying to call me out.
I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just saying.
I don't even know where I don't even know where I said anything. All right, okay, hold on. We're recording. Are y'all in here? I can ask them questions from here on the...
Yeah,
you can
and
tell
you can
me.
if you type at everyone, it'll hit everybody in the Discord thing.
Oh, can I type it after what I said?
Yeah, you could at reply to yourself and then
Left a little juice on him. He called that a bird bath. Jack A.
Jack A, I can't believe she said that.
Like, what, man? I was not prepared. Okay, somebody named Tara said, hell yeah. And it said new messages, but I don't know how to get them. So, anyway.
That's the new message. Like, that's the new thing. That's the new message that...
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, great.
And you see there's other text chats where it says love after lockup.
Married at first sight. Okay. Today.
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah. Oh, let's get to that.
Okay, well, first of all, again, to subscribe to our Discord.
Oh, we're still
subscribe to our Patreon. Yes. We have business to take care of.
Yeah.
Also, continue submitting your submissions for Quarantine Blastics with us. Continue to email them, jadenxd@gmail.com. And maybe you will be selected. We encourage everybody, don't be shy. Don't think that it's a popularity contest, because it's not. Just submit. We want real people who are funny, who have opinions about shit. Okay?
And that's not shade to anybody's video, by the way.
Yeah, it's not. Which we haven't even watched any.
No,
we haven't watched
yet.
any
We're actually
at
doing
the time
that
of recording.
after this. Yes.
Right. So, let it bring it. We want y'all to join us. So, yeah, if that's all, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
What?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is the blackest show about nothing.
This is Jaden XD. I'm Jade.
And I'm XD.
The show is two best friends talking about anything and everything.
And sometimes we have awesome people on, like Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
When I was in high school, there was this girl in my computers class with me. I wish I could remember her name so I could apologize. But I just used to call her Atrocious, as, a pet name, because... Hey, Atrocious! Being someone who was constantly the butt of a joke or picked on or whatever, I just saw this opportunity to, make fun of somebody else, and I did it.
Somebody needs to do a study into silver teeth and the link between the silver tooth to prison pipeline.
Yeah, silver tooth to prison pipeline.
And New York Times bestselling author Michael Arsenault.
And Mama kept trying to interject at any moment that she could sing, and it was like, beloved, you're not even the best singer on stage. The girl from Destiny's Child is with the Platinum Soul album. It's like, not you.
And of course, there's us,
Jade
and XD.
You can listen to new podcast episodes every week on Fridays.
Listen to Jade and XD
for free on Spotify.
And we're black. Again, happy Negro History Month. Yeah, we are talking about married at... Ooh, before that, can we talk about Drag Race?
Yes, we may.
Sexy drag queen, got to see. Look at me, I'm a drag queen. Can't believe what you see. Sexy drag queen.
So we said we're not covering this season, and we're not. We're only covering one particular episode.
Or if something else happens that we really want to.
Yeah, right. So if you haven't watched season 13, it's on right now on VH1. Go catch up on the VH1 app. We don't have time to go through all of Meet the Queens and all this good stuff, okay? We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of it all.
This is for the niggas who've been watching.
Right. Just because we off don't mean y'all can be. Okay. Y'all got to keep up and,
Stay 2 steps ahead.
Y'all already started watching Married a Millionaire or whatever. We know that's back, and don't worry. We're going to talk about it at some point.
Yes.
because of Rodney and his friends done told the internet that he gay, and it was just like, girl, we knew. Like, girl, right? We'd be more surprised if you were like, I don't know,
into gerbils or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and even then, I'd be like, you look like the type.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. Buffy, you can relate.
That's why his face is. Oh my word. That's why his face be so tight.
Yeah,
like, Desiree.
Gross.
He got a little gerbil up his booty.
Ew, gross. So, in this particular episode of, Simone's Hour of Power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, Simone, although this pissed me off because she up here talking about she doesn't know how to sew, which
I know, I was surprised.
Now, what Violet said on the pit stop with Trixie, Violet was like, not everything is in everybody's wheelhouse. It just may not be her thing. But she was like, I was disappointed because if your main thing is looks, she has these well-crafted looks and stuff, and so it means you don't do it. It means you have a team that does it, which means it's probably Gigi's mama.
Yeah, most likely. Right. I always thought that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was just, and so I agreed. It was just disappointing. But either way,
and if they're a house, they all got to bring different things. So you got, Gigi's mama working in the back, and, Gigi probably thinking of the ideas, maybe with her mom. And Simone's like, okay, I bring the finesse. I bring the flavor. What? I bring the spice of life.
Right. So this particular episode, it was it was because Lala pissed me off. So it was a bag ball.
I liked her more this episode.
Yeah, so they had a bag ball. So it was 36 looks. We're on 98 looks by now. We're on episode 5.
Bro, when I realized when Joey J was like, I'm the second person to go home, I was like, we have been watching this for 6 weeks. What do you mean?
Right. They about to send 5 bitches home next Friday.
Right? She's gonna be tonight. It's quadruple elimination.
Right. Be like, damn.
Shit.
So they have the runway. So basically they had to be in their bag, and then their final look was to craft a look from a bag. So we'll cut to the tops and the bottoms, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Right. Simone was safe, so it's fine. We can't win everything. We got to live.
It's fine. Sometimes
right, and
tired.
even still. Right, black folks, we can't carry the world on our shoulders. We get too tired.
Sometimes
you know what I mean?
We gotta take a nap, and that's why she was like, "Oh, child, I'm happy to be safe this week." What you
right. So we had Tamisha up there, Tamisha Iman, not Jasmine Masters, icon, but still not Jasmine Masters, because I'm gonna go back to calling that because I stopped calling her that. And then a tug happened, and I was like, oh,
not Jasmine Masters.
Not Jasmine Masters. So she was wearing everything.
I wear everything.
Why Trixie said, oh, she was wearing a dime bag dress. It was. I was just like, oh my. She was like, she got a dime bag dress on.
Oh, it was.
Which it was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. It looked like a dime bag. And so she was on the bottom. And she was also on the bottom, but she got safe. Lala Ree had the nerve. All of her looks were really crunchy, though.
No, they are. That's okay. So remember how I felt about Heidi at the top of season 11? 12. Season 12. Yeah. I That's why I could not just hold on to LaLa Ri, because I want to stand the Black Queens first. I want to.
And I love her personality. She's
and I
so
loved
great.
it even more this episode. After that fucking lip sync, I was like, yo, I would pay to go watch LaLa Ri in the club. I mean, obviously if we weren't in a Panzanella. But when they come out and they just be homely as fuck, like it bothers me. Like, it bothers me. May I say something controversial yet brave?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. All right. You know how you're always talking to the heteros,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to my gays for a second?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, can I say that? I'm not trying to be like white with the blacks. But you know what I mean. My loves, I expect so much from you all. And I just, like, when you are just Banshee, like, coming out with a dirty beat on, very Antoine Dotson, like, very LaLa Ri at the beginning of this, like, in this fucking bag. It stresses me out, because I was like, I was rooting for you. Yeah. What are you doing? So
I was rooting for us.
I was rooting for us, and Ross is like, bitch, have you seen the episode? But I just expect so much, and maybe that's my own. I know you're not supposed to hold nobody's you're not supposed to live life by somebody else's expectations. But damn all that. You was born fabulous, my nigga. Like, you was born fabulous internally. Please do something with it. Jesus Christ. Don't come out in a motherfucking dollar store Easter gift bag on a bodysuit.
It's like she didn't even like do anything to like the bags to distress it, to make it like nothing. But the thing is, what she did was, what she could do is she could sell the garment. Now the garment was way too tacky to sell.
Yes.
But
it was literally the worst outfit I've ever seen on Drag Race.
Tacky, tattered, and torn. Like, it was almost offensive, honestly.
What have I been saying?
Yeah, it was like, if I was real, I actually would have been pissed. But like, bitch, what?
I thought Rue was gonna send her home off the strength. Like, bitch, you gotta go, because this is just unforgivable.
Right.
But fucking performance.
But she ended up sending not Katya home.
Good.
Joey J. But that's not why we're really talking about Drag Race. Fast forward to Untucked.
Oh, baby.
Now, if you didn't know, there was a queen named Elliot with two T's. Mm-hmm. And that's not me being funny. That's her name, Elliot with two T's.
Yeah.
And Elliot two T's was eliminated like twice from you'd have to watch episodes 1 through 4. It's really kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yeah.
So they are talking in the workroom, and the eliminated or the bottom queens come back, and the top queens come back in the workroom. And, they're just talking or whatever. But right before that, the Save Queens, Olivia Lux, who... How do you feel about Olivia before I go on?
I'll tell you how I feel about Olivia. I'm actually confused as to which one that is. I don't remember who Olivia is.
The black one that's Asian or Asian. I don't know what she is.
Oh, Panay. Okay, that's what I call her.
She gives Vivian Panay, but she's better than Vivian Panay.
Oh, it wasn't even because of Vivian. I'm talking about Panay, like all the black Filipinos I know.
Yeah.
Call her Panay.
Yeah.
Panay is pretty.
Olivia Lux. Yeah, she's pretty.
That's all I got. She bores me. I'm not interested.
She has a really nice smile.
She has a beautiful smile. She's gorgeous.
She's pretty. Yeah, but that's all I got.
But that's literally it. I don't. So when she was like, well, I was irritated because I feel like, first of all, I was irritated with all of them with this conversation. Truth be told, I'm going to be real honest with you.
Oh, yeah. So, hold on. Let me set up. So, Olivia asks about, like, well, because they make it Candy Muse makes a point to be like, you know, I need the critiques. She was under the impression that she did better than that she really, really did.
Yes.
But whatever. She's living her own Jandacy, and it's cool.
Yeah.
So, and I only say that because she was wearing a JanSport backpack skirt. So she, her argument was like, good or not, I need FaceTime with the judges so they see me, they recognize me, that they can see that I'm growing and that I've taken critiques to heart. And, you know, to really solidify her place in the competition. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, Olivia asked, well, what are the critiques we would give each other here? Now, Olivia, I'm assuming, was discussing the challenge that just happened about the looks. But Candy Muse all of a sudden going to say, well, Elliot with 2 T's, I think you're unsure of yourself. I think you're whack. I think you like...
Yeah, it was an attack out of nowhere. I was like, God damn, why you hitting that bitch with them eggs like that?
Right. And it was like nobody. And Elliot was like, well, girl, I think, you know, you could be a little bit arrogant. Or, oh, no, the arrogant didn't come up yet.
No, not yet.
So she was like, bitch, what? Like, you think highly of yourself, really? Like, okay. Mm-hmm. So then everybody else comes back in. Tina Burner. Now, this is the only time I've actually ever cared for what she had to say, like I said, told you earlier.
Y'all heard my AK.
All Tina Burner said, hey, y'all, who's in the tops and the bottoms? All she said. Mm-hmm. Then Tamisha, Grandma Iman, and that's no shade because she got kids.
Grown kids.
Grown kids. And she's a grandparent, so, you know, whatever. Was like, well, I think I'm in the bottom, but there's a few of y'all that I don't like, but I have to give credit where credit's due. You know, there's a few of you I don't like. You know, there's a few of it. She kept saying it. She said it 3 times while looking at Candy Muse. Now, Candy Muse is a bitch from the South Bronx.
Mm-hmm. Look at her. Look at how she walked down that runway with them backpacks around her waist. Like she's like, I'm coming to fight. And I was like, oh. Yeah. And you know, you can't really come at people like that. Like, no. Bitch, what do you mean? Especially not somebody like Candy Muse. She's ignorant. Right. So then it turns up, and so Candy's like, well, bitch, what do you got to say to me? And Tamisha goes on and talks about how she's arrogant, like, and so that set Candy Muse off. And so she's just like, you know, girl, I'm here just as much as you are. Just because you're old and you legendary don't mean I can't curse your ass out. Essentially. And Tamisha kept calling her low girl, you don't want to be low girl, you don't want to be low girl, and that set Candy off. And she was like, before I get kicked off this show, let me go outside. So Tina was like, come on, girl, let's go outside. And I appreciated that because Tina was like, girl, all I asked was about who was in the bottom. Mm-hmm. I did die when Lala Ree was like, well, I was in the bottom, so I'm just gonna go over here. Yeah. Like, they brought Candy back in the back lot. Like, it was mess. Yeah, it was. You know, Candy was initially, I was like, she was really funny and I loved her. And it's not that I still don't, but Candy has a whole lot to prove. As far as personality, and I think you said it best earlier when we were not recording that she got something to prove and trying to show up Aja and Dahlia, especially because their house disbanded or whatever. So she does a lot sometimes for no reason, but also Tamisha was wrong. And Tamisha got something to prove as well, because she got that old bitch complex, which we can all get from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was sitting online trying to shop for some clothes, and I said, well, I am too old for this, but I am too young for this. Like, what the fuck? So I'm not saying it's not valid, but, you know, and then Tamisha was sick for a while. She was supposed to be on last season. Like, you know, she is an older queen, but that also comes along with needing to stay updated and relevant. And like, you know what I'm saying? You can't come out looking like the sixth member of Waiting to Exhale, you know, for one of the challenges and think, you know, niggas is about to be like, yes, go off when you got a bitch like Utica up there. Utica is my motherfucking bitch. Let me tell you something.
Oh, I forgot to say, Utica was robbed.
Oh,
Utica
Boots.
was robbed.
Boots, because that should have gone to her and not just Mick.
Right. That's it. Just Mick, not got Mick.
Oh,
just
yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's
just Mick, girl.
You know, so Utica was robbed Boots because that motherfucking babushka sleeping bag number, like
that shit was epic.
I was like,
you could wear that shit till like the Met Gala.
Sign me up. Okay, I'll put on a nasty boot and kill it.
Okay. And this was made with 2 Colemans, man.
This is all I'm saying. So Utica is, I was like, I love some Utica. Simone is my top 2 personally.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like the top 4 is going to be Utica, Mick, because
she is. He is. She for the drag queen, he for the person.
Yes. Simone.
Yes, absolutely. Needs to be crowned.
And I'm trying to figure if it's going to be either Tamisha, Iman.
If it was Tamisha, that's going to be out of guilt or out of necessity. If it's not Tamisha, it's going to be the Mexican one.
Yes. Denali.
And I can say that because I'm the Mexican one.
Yeah, Denali. Denali gives Valentina, though.
Denali does give Valentina, especially when she did that Dia de los Muertos. But that Dia de los Muertos, I gagged.
Yeah,
Boots.
I wasn't mad at it at all. I was like, oh, none of y'all hoes can appreciate what's on this stage right now.
Because she sewed them motherfucking purses together and then did that face, and I was like, now when she says she felt a little robbed, I was like, I understand. I don't even like you like that, but I get it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she was.
She comes with looks. I can't hate on her. She just she hasn't popped in personality for me.
Correct.
So I don't see her being.
But I don't think that's gonna be her thing though. Valentina. Valentina doesn't have a.
But Valentina still had a little bit more personality. Because Valentina Valentina was not likable but also funny at the same time. So she was likable and unlikable at the same time, but she had a little bit more standout moments than Denali. And maybe it's because we're only on episode 16 and only 2 people have gone home. But, you know, we'll see. I do think she serves looks, though. I'm not going to hold you. I don't think she's number 1, but she does serve looks.
Right. But yeah, that's all about drag I want to talk about. Let's get back to the heterosexuals.
The first time ever I saw your face.
Down at the factory.
Down at the factory. Okay, down at the hetero factory.
So married at first sight. Oh, honey. Oh, ho, ho, ho,
Let me get my notes.
I was waiting for the mess finally.
Baby, and it's coming.
And it did not disappoint. And I know now I was unaware that it was this show was a lot of them together.
Yeah.
Like when I saw the upcoming season, I was like promo. I was like I thought it was just focusing on their individual lives as a couple, but I didn't know they had link ups with the other couples.
Oh, and I love it. I'm so happy. I cannot wait.
Oh, I am so
shout out to you listeners.
Right. I want y'all to. I can't wait until they jump #blessed. It's going to be the greatest thing ever.
Because I'll get to it.
And Cheese Stick gonna do it. I can't wait.
Can't wait. Never thought I'd see it for him, but
yeah.
Never thought I would.
Who would you like to? Well, we could only talk about. Oh. No, they were all mentioned in this.
They were all
episode.
mentioned. It was just the last 2 weddings. So let's cover the last 2 weddings and then go from there. Girl, get the hell away from my door. Stop.
Okay. Well, that means we have to talk about the black folks not last then.
Oh, no, we need to talk about them last.
Let's go with
let's start with
Evil Villain. Let's do with Evil Villain and not Angela. So that's Jacob.
That is that is not Jennifer Aniston.
I said not Angela.
Right.
She looks like Angela from
she doesn't.
Yes, she does. She looks like a young Angela from Love After Lockup. Don't make me put aside by side. Listeners,
please.
Person unknown on Twitter. I know you'll do it. Go make us a photo of, do a side by side of girl from this show and Angela and show Jade.
I rarely hard disagree with you, but this is a hard disagree.
All right, well, fine. Well, Jennifer Gardner and Evil Villain, because he still looks like an evil villain.
No, he does,
regardless.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely a gargoyle.
Yeah, he's like an evil villain, like in like some like Jet Li film.
Yeah.
So that whole storyline was boring. I will say, it was a snooze fest.
You know what I got from it? I said, woo, white girls like to drink, because every batch of y'all they show, the first thing y'all do, like, so who wants champagne? Who wants vodka?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, y'all bitches like to throw it back. Okay.
Right. The most exciting thing about their wedding was that, like, he was eating, like, meatloaf and cheese.
Yeah.
Like, that, I was more into the food than what they were eating than the whole thing. So, you know, they asked... His friends and brother asked questions that producers make them ask.
Yeah, because it was silence.
And he's just like, he was like, I'm ready to not be the only one being married. And her response to her friends was like, I'm tired of being the bridesmaid, which really resulted in her saying, I'm tired of being sad.
Yeah. Yeah, she's sad.
And she keeps saying that she's been single for 7 years, but again, you're 28. So it's like...
That's all of them, though.
Yeah,
because Grimace,
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, Grimace was like, I've just, it's just been, I can't find the right relationship, and I'm like, bitch, you're 26.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I've been single for 5 years. So you've been single since you've been legal, girl.
Right.
Please.
It doesn't count. Anything before 21 doesn't count unless if there was a pregnancy scare. That's the rule.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it gets time to get their vows. They see each other. They're just very, very awkward. He can't really read. I don't know if he needs reading glasses. Like they did end up kissing, and it was awkward.
Yeah, know what you'd. I let her watch the weddings with me.
Yeah.
Because when she took that shot right before she walked down the aisle, she goes, Mommy, what was she drinking before she went down the aisle? I was like, liquor.
Yeah.
It's a stressful situation.
Yeah.
She's like, they don't know each other? I said, no. She said, then why are they marrying each other? I said, exactly.
Exactly. A smart child.
Yeah,
a smart one.
Very.
Yeah. And we learn early that they may not be compatible. She travels, he doesn't. He just got his passport. The most exotic place he's been to was San Juan, Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And he just went there, and you don't even need a passport to go there.
Nope.
They really look like father and daughter.
I thought they might mesh well before all of this. Just because they're both kind of mashed potatoes in personality.
Yeah.
I said, well, maybe they'll offset each other or something. But no, actually, she seems awkward the entire time. She looks like she's gonna shit herself the whole
The
episode.
whole time.
Yeah. The whole time she looks like she's gonna shit herself. And every time they asked her a question about him, what she likes most or whatever, it was very much like,
She made a face.
Yeah, with a lot of teeth. And so, I don't know about this one.
Yeah, and like he's really into his home. Like so like when he was going around meeting her family, all of his conversation was centered around like him building his like oasis in his crib, which I'm very excited to see all of. By the way,
and if it's
because it's in Georgia, so I know he has space. He said, "I built a beach in my backyard." I said, "My nigga, not even mad."
My nigga said, "I installed a jacuzzi. I built a beach. There's a whole situation going on back here."
Like
and
her brother was more interested in him than she was.
Absolutely.
He was like, "We can go hunting sometime." His brother was like, "Oh yes."
He was like, friends. Now they may surprise us because they may end up, getting to know each other more, and then kind of. She even made a face though when they said the '80s stuff. It was just like it just didn't seem like it was.
Because she wasn't born in the 80s. My one was born in 1993 or 94.
True. Oh wow! Damn.
Right. Mama's. They're 10 years apart.
I was smoking.
That
my
nigga's
first
our
Black &
age.
Mild. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was like, I was definitely smoking my first Black & Mild in '95.
You see what I mean? Like, there's going to be a disconnect, and like, even though he gives like, he's fit and like youthful and like stature or whatever, but he just likes to be at home. He likes to be amongst his things.
But they're both dog people, so maybe that will, that's a strong bond.
It is, I guess, but.
That's what I assume. I don't know what they talk about. But you want to go into their reception, or do you want to?
Oh, we can go ahead
and knock them right on.
That was their reception.
Oh shit! You're right.
I timid their whole story.
You're right.
It was so boring. That's why I realized like these shows. I'm not going to relate to every storyline. Like, I'm not going to connect with every storyline. Like, they briefly mention, like, Anderson .Paak and Offred. So, like, they parse through a lot of, like, the wedding day, and they get to wedding night.
Yes.
And so Anderson .Paak and Offred are, getting ready to just, lay it down. They're not going to bone, but they're just going to, just get ready for bed. He's in his booty shorts in the bed.
In his muscle top.
And his muscle top. So he goes to bed like a gay. And...
I don't know. No, I don't know.
He does. He does. And he does. Gays always go to bed like they get ready for the gym.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
If they don't sleep naked, that's how they sleep.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah. So or except for me, I go to bed in a nightgown. I'd be in a full.
You go to bed in a colt robe. You do.
Yeah, I do. Shit, I need to be. I go to bed holy, honey.
Yeah, no, I go to bed full shark, nigga. I sweat in my sleep. I'm like, I ain't got time to be hot. If I even wear a sports bra when I go to sleep, at some point I'm tearing that shit off of my body like the Hulk.
I go to bed in a frock.
You do.
I think it likes to be swaddled. But they go through. Offred is having an issue with her hair. And, it makes it seem like he's waiting a really long time. Nothing really happens with them. And same thing with Heather Headley and Miro. He goes to talk to her father, and her father is really, really supportive.
He seems sweet.
Yeah, and her friends are having like a black girl moment, like, yeah, you got married, and
they are. It's very black girl and refreshing. She really likes him, and she's really attracted to him.
She's really cute.
She's very cute, and I think that, and I appreciated the fact, I said, okay, he can play spades and he can electric slide. I am just 2 for 2. However, and I appreciate the fact, too, her friends was like, y'all fucking tonight? And he was like, I want to wait a little bit. You know, we need to get to know each other. Like, I want to put my energy into that. He says all the right things, but something about his energy gives me, I'm going to cheat on you at some point. And I'm not trying to put that on the relationship, but it's just... something in my gut can't shake it.
It's because he's Dominican.
I wasn't going to say that.
I'm just saying, multiple families. He just probably will end up having another family on the other side.
That's true.
He'll still take care of both.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
Probably.
I was like, wow, Poppy he's got a line of infidelity through him, and I'm so sad.
Yeah, all his friends don't wear socks because when they all went to go catch the garter, all I saw was ankles.
Oh, it was mad ankles. You know these niggas love ankles these days, so that's just what they do.
Yeah, they all come out looking like David Ruffin.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's their wedding night. They help each other. He helps her out of her dress.
It's sweet.
And nothing happens. It's sweet, and they go to bed. Nothing.
They cuddle.
Nothing happens. They cuddle. It's fine.
We got a preview of her weave outside of the wedding style, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, because she's a natural girl.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I was just so confused by this hairstyle that she chose for the wedding.
It was when I looked at it again, it was just a natural updo. So that's all it was. They took a natural weave, and added it to her hair, and then because she got the shit braided down, and then she got the natural weave installed, and then they did a updo with the natural weave. I don't think it translated the way it should have, but I realized that's what it was.
Maybe I need to see a picture because on camera.
It's not terrible, but I wish it could have been a little more. You know, I like black girls. Like you know what I'm saying? We do.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's next?
And Mila Kunis and Cheese Stick.
Grimace.
She's still wasted.
Yeah, fucked up.
She's coming to realize that he's a homebody from his peoples, and she's like, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to talk to his mother. I think her mother is wearing purple tracks in her hair.
She is, yes.
Okay, which also confirms what I feel about her wearing purple.
Somebody asked what that means.
I know, and somebody answered on Discord too, so you should join Discord. And find out the answer.
Yeah. They're really attracted to each other. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'll explain it. If you want to know what I mean about purple, just Google purple and people and see what you come up with.
They are not going to get that.
I just can't.
Just join the Discord. There you go. It's there.
It's the recovery color. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because
sure.
Her mom be a little spacey.
All my clients. Yeah. All my clients, they had purple in their closet.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like such a lifetime ago, that work I used to do. But anywho, her mama's a little out there, but he's like so conservative and trying to be honorable and yada, yada, yada. They're both down with sleeping in the same bed together.
Oh, they fucking tonight.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with them. I think it looks like they're going to get along well.
I feel
like they're going to have their ups and downs, but I think, I don't know if they're going to last, but I don't think it's going to be like a really bad situation.
No, from what we saw in the preview, apparently there's a little jealousy issue that comes up, and they have a different stance on whether or not you can be friends with not with your exes, but with, I guess, the opposite sex in general.
Opposite sex, yes.
Which that is a red flag. I fully agree with her there.
Absolutely.
And, I think that might be a bit of an issue, but I do think that they get along for the most part. They are very attracted to each other. I don't know if that's just the alcohol with her, or he's not unattractive, if that's your thing, though. Like, he's not...
No, he's not unattractive at all.
He looked like Ben Affleck and Ryan Gosling had a baby. That's what he looks like. So yeah, we'll see what happens with them. I'm not super invested, but we'll see. Actually, maybe I am because yes.
Now it's time for what we've all been waiting for.
Woo!
Hashtag blessed and black Christian weave lady.
Yeah.
My first note is that he needs tin skin or bump stopper 2.
Oh, for ingrowns?
He has a really bad ingrown problem.
I didn't notice that.
I used oh honey, you got 4K?
Yeah, I don't be looking at that nigga that hard. He has skeevy preacher face, and that's all I can pay attention to. That's
very true. But as someone who lives with very sensitive or ingrown hair prone skin, like there's ways to get around it, and I just want him to take the necessary precautions.
Okay.
Meaning, don't shave at all, and or with a razor, and also stop drinking dairy.
My very first note is let's see here. He comes from creep stock.
He does. He does. So they're down at the Atlanta Convention Center on somebody's peach tree. And as you see at the altar, Darren's Dance Moves is officiating.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
She walks, and remember, he is so concerned about not being attractive and her being ugly. He does. It looks like Darren's Dance Group. And she walks down the aisle, and she looks gorgeous. She looks beautiful. I still am not a fan of her dress, but she looks great nonetheless.
I don't hate her. I don't hate her dress. It's not my dress, but I don't hate her dress.
I wish she would. I wish her and the other black girl would have swapped.
Okay, I can actually see that. I can see both those styles on each other.
Old girl would have, right, because the other girl, Heather Headley, she has more of like a 1940s kind of like style situation going on.
Yeah.
And
that dress swallowed her because she's so petite.
Yeah.
Whereas I think, you're right. That other dress would have been really flattering on Black Christian Weave Lady, but I didn't dislike her dress.
No, I didn't dislike it. I was like, ooh, if y'all swapped, this would have been perfect. But this is a sham marriage anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So, she walks down the aisle and he's like, oh, she's very pretty.
Yeah, and her daddy's like,
oh, his daddy's eyes. Like haruga, like a cartoon.
It really
eyes
was.
Bulging, tongue,
hearts
dragging.
Coming out the eyes.
I want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything. Daddy, you better get the best one.
And we'll get to him in a minute. So, it gets to the time where it says, what your family wants to know about such and such. And all of his letter to her, his family just warned him that he's really focused on material things.
He's materialistic. That's literally
he's very
what
materialistic and a horn dog.
Yeah, essentially. Oh, and we'll also get to that. But he's extremely materialistic. They mentioned his tailored suits, his name brand clothes, his luxury clothing, his luxury cars, and his dying to spoil his wife, and then his willingness to have a baby on the honeymoon. I said, there's not a redeeming quality here.
He is fungus.
Yeah.
So her letter to her family letter to him was very sweet. It started out with her being Christ conscious. I said, amen. I said, well, all right. I was like, I can't. She was, you know what? She is a walking, talking Tyler Perry play.
My notes say her vows were pretty, but she definitely been wanting to get married her whole life. So why does she look so nervous?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, his vows were weak. Even though he said, I had a week to write them. I'm like, well, they're still weak.
Yeah, he was too busy getting that tattoo.
Right, and her vows are very Tyler Perry. Like, I don't know if her and Fake Anderson Paak, wrote together, wrote their vows together. Like they went to like a workshop.
I think it was a YouTube
Like,
workshop.
Yeah, that they found via Eventbrite. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it was a recommendation from the producers.
Yeah, it's like, y'all should take this. She had very, very large eyelashes. I don't know why I wrote that down, but I remember I was like, ooh, she has.
Volkswagens.
Yeah, and they did kiss, and it was cool. And they do kind of look like they would have gone out in the 8th grade.
Yes, absolutely.
So they start to get to know each other. And shout out for y'all for telling me more information. So,
Oh, nigga, because I read on it. I didn't know you did. I was like, oh, I got information.
oh, no. I asked in the Discord, I said, so, I heard, little Birdie told me that #Blessed owned a franchise of sorts. Because that's what he tells her. Because he's like, what do you do? And she was like, oh, I'm a CPA. And he's like, oh, hell. Yeah. Meaning like, oh, why are you? I'm like, why would you be upset about that? Like,
right.
Because she was like, well, we're going to talk about your own spending habits and stuff. And he was like, well, that works because I'm an entrepreneur. And she's like, okay.
Red flag.
Right, because that doesn't mean anything.
Nothing at all.
It's like a descriptor, not a job title.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm one of the youngest black owners of a franchise here in Atlanta. And he just bought a home. So I went to Discord and I asked, what's the tea on #Blessed?
I just Googled.
And what did you find?
I found that #Blessed owns a Subway. And in addition to him owned a Subway, you're right. And in addition to him past life owning a Subway, the reason why he no longer owns it is because he was a terrible franchise owner. Apparently the chain is very upset because he never showed up hardly to the job. He would do self-serving things like not hire more staff. At one point he had one staff member and refused to hire anybody else because he didn't trust anybody, and so that person was overworked. He also had that person come into work one day and make 500 sandwiches for his church by themselves, and then screamed at them when they did not have them ready on time. He didn't pay his rent on the Subway, which is why he no longer owns the Subway. And he was apparently a tyrant. So that's what I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So, come to find out further, she's asking more questions. He sees a tattoo on her arm, and she's like, the infinity symbol. Yeah, yada, yada. She's like, do you have any tattoos? And he says that he got his ex tatted. Him and his ex got their names tatted on each other.
But he covered it up with a Jesus is King tattoo.
Yes. LOL.
And she was like, that looks fresh. And he was like, oh, I got it 2 days ago. And she was like, what inspired you to get it 2 days ago? And he's like, because it was my ex's name.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Right. Like, run, girl.
Yeah.
Get in front of some people.
Especially after the next comment, because
right.
She asked if he likes dogs. And of course, we all know that translates to what kind of dog do you have. So that's what he asked. And she tells him, and then he's go, oh, that's so interesting. That's so crazy. My ex has a dog too. Okay.
And she's like, you keep talking about your ex. Like, what's going on? And so he then tells her that he was engaged prior, up until a couple months ago. And so her confessionals, she is like, oh boy, Ugh. She's like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
He tried. Did you catch his story of what he tried to say about how he's from Chicago, went to school in Phoenix? He went to business school.
Oh, yes. I said, so you went to the University of Phoenix?
Right.
I was like, or did you go to ITT Tech? Which one?
Right.
Because you didn't. Like, you went from Chicago to South Florida, where you lived in the rental car because you don't know how to manage your money. So.
But I don't understand. How do you live in a rental car?
You continue to rent the car and you mismanage your money instead of going and renting a fucking room.
But how much is a rental car a month?
If you get it weekly, and he kept saying South Florida, which I don't think was Miami, because he would have said Miami. I think he was in like Tampa or somewhere. So
sure,
in that part of the country, stuff is cheaper. And then when you rent cars by the week, it's always cheaper. So bitch, like, it's so snowy outside. What are y'all doing? Anyway, so then it's probably that. But again, even if you're paying $100 a week for a rental car, $400 a month, you're in South Florida. You could rent a room or even get a studio apartment for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're an idiot. That's what that told me. So she tells her friends. Oh, first they do their friends and family pictures and all that. And this is when his nasty ass daddy really starts showing his ass. Because I already saw the way he was looking at her, and you saw them zoom in on him, and he's like, "Oh, she got a shape." So he says it to his son. "Oh, she got a nice shape." Why are you? Mm-hmm. And that's a red flag from you. Like, you not concerned with your father the way he's looking at your wife and shit. And I mean, his boys clearly, everybody noticed that she had ass. Everybody. Because as soon as his daddy said it, it was like, "Oh, I wasn't going to say nothing." You know, it was a real nigga moment.
I mean, she does.
She does. She got a big ass. I don't know if it's real.
Yeah, she got thighs. So her
she
thighs
has
match.
thighs, but there's now, I could be wrong. It's not shame if it's not. I just something about the top and the bottom are.
You know what it is?
Please stop. No, you got to take that out, Abe. You got to take that out.
Too late, because I turned my microphone off. So.
Smart. I was like, oh no.
But you see what I mean?
Yeah. So his daddy is nasty as fuck, and now she's telling her friends that she's concerned about their chemistry, and she doesn't feel connected, and I can see why, because this nigga has zero substance to him.
Absolutely, he is a kiddie pool.
He is, and you know. Anyway, yes, he is. I can't really say nothing about her. Like, I had to check myself, because as thirsty as she is to get married, I was like, you know what? So what? If somebody, if that's really what they want, who are me to pass judgment because that's what you want?
And I think she, because her mother, like, her family was just kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like she's trying to follow in that type of light. You know what I mean? Like, she had her father and her stepfather walk down the aisle. Like, this is a thing for them. You know, and there's a lot of people who, like, live for this moment. You know, like, that's all they dream of. And then to get a nigga like this, where where she is physically attracted to him, but then the shit that comes out of his mouth is so like blip 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 blip. Then right. So, because all of his questions to her, like getting to know her, were all about sex. They were like, you know, he's like, "Are you a freak?" And, you know, I hate that question. XD's corner.
Go ahead.
when I was a young lass and I was out in the dating world.
When I was a young warthog.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
When I was, backsliding, and sinning and those things back in the day, I'd be on the apps, and they. How do I say this without? Okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without offending everybody, but offend everybody.
Okay.
You should never ask people if they're a freak, because everybody's freak level ain't yours.
Absolutely.
Most of the time when people ask if they're a freak, it means do they fuck on the first date?
Yeah.
Because be careful, and why you should not ask if people are there freak or not, because you're going to fuck around and end up be like, okay, well, I like gerbils up my asshole.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck me with a screwdriver. And then you'd be like, whoa, you said,
right.
You asked about this freak flag.
Exactly. So, just best, I wish, when it comes to sex, be more specific than what you want. And, you know what I mean? So, he asked some wild ass shit. He'd be like, "Are you on contraceptives?" I'm like, he asked if she's on contraceptives, and she's like, "No, I'm not on birth control." But why would you even ask that way? Like, now you sound like your creep ass daddy.
Well, he comes from creep stock. So, and then if his questions are not about sex, they're about material things, because they have their first dance, and this nigga whispers in her ear, "Do you like designer shoes?
Mm-hmm.
You like designer shoes and whatnot?" And she's like, "So, I'm noticing a pattern here."
Right.
And she asked him, but her main concern is about the ex. So she asked him about the ex, and he was like, it was missing companionship, and we didn't trust each other, and my ego used to be real, real bad, but now it's not. Okay. And I feel like he said that because he knew this story about his motherfucking Subway was going to come out, and niggas was going to call him a tyrant and shit. And you are a tyrant and a terrorist. And then he asked her if she's a virgin. She's like, "No, nigga, what?" And that's when he's like, "Are you have a high sex drive? Are you affectionate? Blah, blah, blah."
So gross.
And she basically lets him know, like, if I like you enough,
right,
then you'll find out. Like, bro.
Gosh.
So then so they're meeting the family and sitting down and having conversation. Now his mother seems to be a very pleasant individual.
Until she said some shit out of her mouth about the baby thing. Although I feel like she was warning her.
Yeah, I don't think.
But she also kept saying that she needed to fuck her husband often.
No, that was him. The mother was like, she goes, "Do you guys have any advice for me?" And the mother was like, because I think the mother had a red flag when her son when they were like, "Oh, he don't mind having a baby on the honeymoon. A honeymoon baby's okay." Because the mother was like, "Do not rush kids." She was like, "Take your time and get to know each other." Like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but let me give it to you straight. Do not rush into having no children. Then here comes his nasty ass daddy. "Oh, well, you need to, if I have any advice for you, it's you need to make sure you fucking your husband on the regular. You need to make sure that you're giving him what he needs." And just talking like a lying ass, skeevy ass preacher. And my son's gonna be successful, and I'm ready for Chris the Third and little Crystal. And it's just, and he keeps telling her she's beautiful. And
he looked like what's his name, Space Adams, like, where he'd be like,
yeah,
yeah.
So
yeah.
And he's like, "My son wants to be intimate all the time, not like once a month." And I'm like, why the fuck are you talking about this? Ugh.
Right. And she's just like, okay, like, all right. I see what this is. And he can't truly admit that he's healed from his previous relationship, because she asked him that, and she's like, have you gotten over it? What do you mean? And he's like, well, Lorraine, you know, I even though it was so long, it wasn't that long ago, I feel like I've healed it.
He's not gotten over it because he's mentioned it no less than 6 times in this 45-minute wedding so far. So he goes and talks to her friends.
And he says some wild shit to her.
Whoa.
He says, Paige, Black Christian Weave Lady, she is what I need and not what I want.
And they were like, what? And he was like, I'm used to prissy girls. I'm used to trophy wives. And they're like, skirt, nigga, she is a trophy wife. And he's like, nah, no. He's like, she's not. He goes, but she's like, on paper, she's everything I need. And it was like, what the fuck? And then he says he's not 100% attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, what did I say? What did I say last week?
That was going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
He says she's attractive in her own way.
You're a fucking joke.
And throughout the episode, he's like convincing himself that he's attracted to her. And so when they get to the hotel room on wedding night, he sees the yams and he's like, oh.
Yep.
Oh, I'm more and more attracted to her now. I'm like, nigga, that's because you're horny. I hope.
Because he also tells her that he hasn't beat off in a week or some shit like that. He's been on a fast and because he wanted to have a clear head. You don't have a clear head. You have blue balls right now. And you saw this lady's ass and titties and you ready to fuck. So, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
The preview for... I hate him. The preview for the season, I feels like she gonna get pregnant and he gonna cheat.
That's what I feel, and I feel more than anything that she's gonna get pregnant because and maybe that's what they want us to know because of how they did it, but it is very clear that they have some very ugly things up ahead. And as badly as that girl wants to get married, baby, this ain't the way. This ain't it. This ain't it. Like it's not even worth it at that point. Not the way we see this nigga. Not based off of this information we know, not based off of what we see on this show, and not from what we see coming up in the future. Like you need to let him go and be happy that you can get this annulled and you don't have to call it a divorce, because I know that probably vexes your soul.
Right.
Child.
Woo! Let's take a break. And be back after these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is the blackest show about nothing.
This is Jade and XD. I'm Jade.
And I'm XD.
The show is two best friends talking about anything and everything.
And sometimes we have awesome people on, like Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
When I was in high school, there was this girl in my computers class with me. I wish I could remember her name so I could apologize. But I just used to call her Atrocious, like, as, a pet name, because... Hey, Atrocious! Being someone who was constantly the butt of a joke or picked on or whatever, I just saw this opportunity to, make fun of somebody else, and I did it.
Somebody needs to do a study into silver teeth and the link between the silver tooth to prison pipeline.
Silver tooth to prison pipeline.
And New York Times bestselling author Michael Arceneaux.
And Mama kept trying to interject at any moment that she could sing, and it was like, beloved, you're not even the best singer on stage. The girl from Destiny's Child is with the Platinum Soul album. It's like, not you.
And of course, there's us,
Jade
and XD.
You can listen to new podcast episodes every week on Fridays.
Listen to Jade and XD
for free on Spotify.
And we're black. Second part of today's episode, we are talking about our guilty pleasure jams. Some songs that we don't want to say that we listen to often, but they're still, hot shit,
Yes. Yeah. These are this playlist came up because I was having a conversation with a friend, and I mentioned a particular song that's on my list, and he was like, "I never heard that," and I was like, "I am actually very ashamed to admit how much I liked it, but I did." So I said, "XD, let's do a playlist of the songs that we really don't like to admit that we like." And of course he shortened it, truncated it, and made it all seamless and said guilty pleasures. That's how that.
Yeah.
So you started off. What you got?
This is very specific.
Okay.
I don't know if this rapper is still alive or not, or making music. I should just click because it was just, Spotify makes things. Oh, holy shit. They came out with an album in 2020 or a song.
And you asked if this man is still alive. Oh my God.
Listen, with rap, you never know.
Please. Please shut up.
But Diamonds on My Neck.
Diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, talking pounds of green, talking pounds of green, talking pounds of green, talking pounds of green, talking diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck,
diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my necklace.
Smoking pounds of green, smoking pounds of green, smoking pounds of green, smoking pounds of green. Diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, sucking pounds of green, sucking pounds of green, sucking pounds.
Whose song was that again? Was that
Smitty?
Oh, that was Smitty. Chain Hang Low.
No,
that's not Smitty.
That's Jibs.
Oh, that is Jibs. Wait, so what else does Smitty sing? Is that it?
Diamonds on My Neck remix. So.
Woo, shit, that took me out. Okay. So my first one is a 2-for-1 because, and when I tell you all, this is an exclusive. All right. I have never admitted that I like these. I've never admitted that I like these songs to anybody. And when I tell you the only way I listen to them is in my headphones or if nobody is here. I didn't even know the young man's name until the other day. But it's Pleasure P's Boyfriend Number 2 and Under.
Boyfriend number 2, 'cause the first one he don't really seem like he know what to do. Boyfriend number 2, and I know you like it freaky, so I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh my God, my boyfriend number 2.
I was like, well, this song is raggedy as fuck, but it's catchy. Boyfriend number 2.
Oh my gosh.
Because the first one, he don't really seem like he don't know what to do. Boyfriend number 2. I don't usually like the whiny voices.
I have a story.
Oh, please.
Because when did that come out? That was like 2009?
Something like that. Sometime when the fashions were terrible.
Well, that's hard because
the
2000s, early,
right.
The decade of the
it's when Tia played Girl Melanie because she was in the she was in the Under video, but it was when she was Girl Melanie.
Because there's a story attached to this song because this nigga used to played it in the car a lot and I never understood why, and then I realized that I was boyfriend number 2. So.
I'm not him sending you messages through songs.
Oh, I'm the side piece. Got it. Cool.
But not him reiterating it to you musically. Yeah. So I'll just say it musically.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
I'm sorry, that sounds triggering.
Makes the best story.
And I'm just dying laughing.
Yeah.
You so triggered.
Laugh at my pain.
I'm sorry, I am. Because the shade of a nigga repeatedly playing a song.
And the part of it was the car that he would drive me around in was his nigga's car, and I didn't know until later. Yeah.
Woo, my stomach. Oh my God. That is incredible. Oh my God. That is incredible. And then Under, like I said, but Under is a jam. I don't know if I'm as ashamed to. When you got under. What's your first one? Oh,
I already said my first one.
Your second one.
My next one. For what it's worth, he really is a great musician.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people like his music, and you have to be a particular person to like his music. But you should be able to appreciate the artistry because he is talented. He's a little weird and like maybe a little fuck nigga-ish. But the song also features a rapper. And so it was like a random, like, why are they together?
Oh.
But it's You Should Be Mine by Brian McKnight and Mace.
And you should be
See? See? That's why
How
it's
we gonna make a playlist where we judge each other?
See?
I'm like,
no safe spaces. Only brave spaces.
Oh shit, you're right, exactly. Hello. Ew. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. I have one to top you on the U levels.
Okay.
I fought myself not to like this song. Fought it. And I could not help it. Because I hate let me not say hate. The individual who sings it is irritating as fuck. But it's Katy Perry's Dark Horse.
Mark my words, this love will make you levitate like a bird without a cage.
Okay, so that's the jam, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know, but I don't feel good about it.
It's only because of Juicy J.
And that's what makes me feel a little bit okay with it with myself. But even then, it's still Katy Perry. But I'm like, even her parts knock. It really, I feel conflicted. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. And then, I hate when white girls sing like, I hate when they sing like, you know. Like when Ariana Grande started doing that trappy voice shit. Like when she starts singing like the Migos. Like I hate that shit. Culture vulture shit. I hate it. But Dark Horse is a bop. I was like, why didn't y'all give this to somebody else? Like Rihanna.
Yeah.
That could have been a Rihanna song.
I'm sure it was. And she probably was like, no, I'm cool.
She might have turned it down. Okay.
I have better things to do.
Fair. All right. But it's Juicy J.
I know, but still. It's still Rihanna.
All right, fair. What you got?
I used to love this song for whatever reason. I know why I loved it, because it was a theme song of a TV show that I loved, which was Robbed, and they need to bring it back. I don't know how they would reboot it now, but it's Aloe Black's I Need $1.
I need $1, $1, that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well, I need $1, $1, that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need $1, $1, that's what I need. And if
I need $1, $1 is what I need. Hey, hey, I need $1, $1 is what I need. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like our Negro laureate. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got one kind of like that. That I picked up from a TV show.
For me. Hey, hey.
I was watching it and I said, every time the intro song came on, I was like, well, this is just a good ass song. Like, is it a whole thing? But I still just don't be listening to it all out there like that. And that's Cold Little Heart by Michael Kiwanuka. Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies.
The jam.
Yeah. I was like, where do I know that name from? Yes.
Yeah. Kiwanuka.
Yeah, it is a jam. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
Okay.
you know, still got that same little, it's got that same little voice situation.
My next song, it's very Bird Auntie. And I don't know, where did they come from? Because it was like, this wasn't the era for them to like they were real late, and like there was nobody in the lane at the time, and it was just like, I want to like you, but if it's rough in someone to love you.
Someone to love you, all you need is someone who cares.
That
Someone
and
to
No
love-
More. No more shopping sprees.
Those were jams,
No late night.
No
No more
more
VIP.
VIP.
No
No
more
more
da. We can't even kick it no more. But like Rough is like Casey and JoJo wasn't like, it was just them Ruffins, and I
No,
was
it
like,
was.
oh, this is rough.
I told you they was a knockoff of Jagged Edge. When they came out, I was like, not because
There was
of
only
the-
two of them.
Exactly, but I was like, Rough Ends, Jagged Edge. Am I the only one picking up on this?
Oh my god, I never thought about
That's
that.
literally the
until
first thing that
now.
came to my mind. I was like, did they just
There's
take
a generic-
synonyms
they're,
for Jagged
they're like the
Edge?
generic cereal version of Jagged Edge.
That's what I'm saying. They had a great value. Like,
They're Fruitios.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
apple cinnamon wheat O's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
holy cannoli!
That-
Oh my gosh, I never realized that until now.
that's. I mean, when they first came out, I was like, y'all don't nobody else see this? Don't nobody else see this? What is the problem?
Oh my gosh!
I have
so
a lot of
interesting.
Ultima music on here.
That's fair.
Yeah, a lot of Mitsubishi Galant music. You know what I'm saying?
Jalen
I-
is my king playlist.
Yeah, very
Aw.
Jalen is my king. And especially, you know what? It's so appropriate that you say it right now because this next song is real lonely. And it's Neo's Do You.
She's the prettiest thing in the world. Swear that I'm not trying to start no trouble. Tell your fiance he can relax.
I just wonder, do you ever think of
me
anymore? Do you?
You remember when Mary was on the remix?
Oh yeah, she was. I totally
Mary
forgot
makes
about
everything
that.
hotter. I'm telling you,
does.
Mary J. Blige is everywhere. Mary J. Blige, God, I love her. We were talking during our usual smoke sesh. Who would like, if you met a celebrity who would like make you cry? Most meeting celebrities, I wouldn't cry. There's only like maybe a few people that I would cry. Mary J. Blige is at the top. Like I would definitely burst into tears if I met Mary J. Blige.
Meanwhile, Antoinette came back. Antoinette go come back. We had a girls hangout. This was a couple years ago with our other homegirl, and she gonna come back from Philly one weekend talking about. So yeah, I was in the club and she was like, and I was talking to Mary, and we was like, bitch, hold on, like wait, just. This nigga was in the VIP with motherfucking Mary J. Blige and Queen Latifah, and I was like, you don't just casually.
I also would cry if I met Queen Latifah.
And Jasmine Sullivan. You don't just casually introduce a story where you're the motherfucking VIP with motherfucking Jasmine Sullivan, Queen Latifah, and Mary J. Blige. It's not a casual introduction, Antoinette.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
So that's, yes, Mary does make everything hotter. What you got?
Ooh, nobody wants to admit that this song was a bop. but it's If It's Loving That You Want by Rihanna.
So just call me whenever you're lonely. I'll be a friend, I could be your homie. You should make me your girl. If it's something that you need, then baby, come and share.
A la da dee dee da dee 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 da dee day.
I hated that because it just reminds me of folding jeans and Express.
A la da dee 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 da dee day. Something that you want, when you get me your girl.
That's when they wanted to make her a little pop queen.
But still give her the Caribbean flair that they wanted to ride the wave off that rhythm she was singing about. Promise you DJ, upon me replay. The 87 songs got hot off of that damn rhythm.
Yeah, no, they did. And
we don't have rhythms anymore. Remember back in the day, it'd be like a reggae gold play CD out.
Yes, and every time a beat came on, you didn't know if it was going to be motherfucking TKO Footprints or if it was going to be like a Buju Banton. So you didn't know what it was going to be.
It all blended. 97 niggas on the same rhythm.
On
it's
the
one
same
straight
track.
song. It's everything.
That was when I drove my Galant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I used to be in it. My princess gone far, far away. What do I have next? Okay, all right. I listened to this song, not now, but I did at a point in time way more than I ever admitted to anybody. Dime por qué llores de felicidad. No me ames. It's No Me Ames, Jennifer Lopez, and Mark Anthony.
Duro haya un muro enorme. Yo no tengo miedo, quiero enamorarme.
No me ames porque pienses que parezco diferente.
That used to be my cut, and then they came out with the
when
remix.
He tried to legitimize her career.
Yeah, that's exactly when it was. And I was like, well, I don't want to admit it, but this is a jam. This is just that and Bialo La Pena. Oh, please. Those are two of my cuts. What you got?
Yeah. Where do I want to go with this? Okay. This is I don't know why I do know why I like this song, because it has nothing to do with the rappers on it. Well, maybe just one or two. But it's Wanna Get to Know You by G-Unit with Joe.
Oh, why are you ashamed?
I want to
If you come outside, you know it's on. Holla at you for
because it's like, nigga, who listens to G-Unit like that for real? You know what I mean?
Oh, most of the niggas that I dealt with
yeah, but I'm talking about like now. Like I'm not like why would I blast Shorty wanna ride with me, we could get low. Although that's the jam, but it's like
hop into a Chevy Fodo.
Just like Melinda Williams in the video.
Listen, your girl, I loved Young Buck at a time so much that a busboy in the club tried to holler at me, and because he looked like Young Buck, I said, I'm gonna give you my number, Playboy. Now, it did not go anywhere because the conversation was trash. But
just like I'm assuming a conversation with Young Buck would be.
Well, he might cry in a conversation.
Oh my God. And that's exactly why this is a guilty pleasure.
Fair. I was like, because I dealt with a nigga of a particular kind, and my brother-in-law, tried to convince me for the first 5 years of me and Tristan's relationship why Lloyd Banks was one of the greatest rappers. Okay. Really ashamed to admit I like this song, but it just is what it is, and I think it's because of 8 words. but you gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Oh my gosh.
Supposed to be by Omarion, Chris Brown, and Jhené Aiko.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't listen to none of their musicality.
Oh, all my niggas close to me, and all the mother niggas where they supposed to be. Oh, the hoes go for me. Now your chicks in the pit like post for me. Oh, that's how I supposed to be. Yeah, that's how I supposed to be.
I know y'all love Jhené Aiko, so just leave me alone. But
I don't get it.
They said that Sade shit, and it's just pissed me off ever since. And
it's like, I know I listen to ethereal bitches, and by bitches I mean beautiful individuals that creates haters.
Absolutely.
But she's just one of them. I like her sister a little bit better, but I just can't, Mila J. But I just really can't get on board with. She just. You know, I don't eat at Wendy's all the time. I love Wendy's. But, you know, like, sometimes, like, I don't eat at Arby's, you know?
Yeah. No.
Other people do, and it's fine, and I don't judge them for it loudly. Right. But
Yeah.
If that's what you're into, girl.
Most of my friends like Jhené Aiko. I just don't, if I got to struggle to hear you, I can't listen to the musicalities. I just can't do it.
It's because her voice is not appealing to me.
Right. Yeah. Same.
She is cackling. Yes. No.
Oh, you hear her? You hear her?
She get it from her mama.
I know. Oh, loud, boisterous ass laugh. We gonna post a video for you all, but I'll give you just one line from it because she had me down. This little heifer gonna say, Jaded XD is stinking up Spotify.
Yeah. She did. I was like, she is absolutely correct.
Okay. Just nigging the place right on up.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What you got next?
Ooh. I'm leaving. I know this is Black History Month. Well, no, are they black? That's a good question.
I love a good "Are they black?"
Because of the music that they put out, I'm going to say yes.
We thought that about John B.
Well, when you hear what I'm about to say, you'll be like, I see why you said it.
Are these niggas fucking again? Are you motherfucking kidding me? You all are fucking rabbits! Jesus Christ! Yo, I'm so sick of these niggas. And it's not even like, I'm not even hating on niggas fucking, but get a new bed. Get a new bed. Like, bitch, go down to the Bob's Discount or wherever the fuck your budget is at and go get a fucking bed. If you have to go to IKEA, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Get a new fucking bed.
Oh my gosh, that is so loud.
Like, I'm over it. Like, me and Tris, bitch, get something solid. Y'all can't just be out here fucking on some poor ass bed.
Oh gosh. Bitch. Oh gosh. Doing it wild.
Full disclosure for those of you who are not on Patreon, my neighbors was fucking on Patreon too. Like, and so I just can't get a fucking break. Like,
oh gosh.
Just get a better bed, bitch. Just get a better bed.
But my song.
Sorry.
My song is Canned Heat by Jamiroquai.
Oh.
Much faster. Another paper's talking real so cheap. Hey, I've got this brutal child ingrained on me. I'm gonna use my power to ascend. You know I've got this binding gifts to use.
You see what I said? Are they?
No.
Yeah.
But
because you see where I was going? Because I was like, well,
I wasn't sure. Is he native? I'm not sure. I can't quite call it.
Yeah, Jamiroquai, and I feel like,
Yeah.
Let me Google.
Yeah, do that.
Is Jamiroquai
Oh, they heard me.
black?
These niggas took it down.
He is. Oh, first of all, they're a band, so in our faces.
Learn me something, because I thought it was the one little nigga.
First of all, his name is J.K. His mother, So, he Portuguese and...
What is it? God damn. Yeah.
Everything was just like, oh, he is. No, he's not. No, he's not. It just kept like, oh.
I was like, okay, and so he just Portuguese?
So far. But Karen K, what does she look like? He's British.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I just know that he, I don't know. I don't think he's black.
Wait, Portuguese? Portuguese is a language.
No, he's from Portugal.
Oh, he's from Portugal. Oh, okay. He's from Spain.
No, his father is.
Or no, he's from Portugal.
No, his father is, but I just, his biological father, whom he did not meet until 2001. Well, damn.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know it was a band. I thought it was one nigga.
Same.
There they go again.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are the fucking worst.
If I could hear it in here, I know they can hear.
Great, wonderful. Let's riot. Like, what the fuck? I'm not even trying to hate on nobody's fucking. I just want them to get a new bed. You are poor! You are poor!
Oh my goodness.
God damn. Niggas ain't got no rugs. They ain't got no decent bed. Like, you rent your furniture?
Oh my gosh.
You stupid bitch. Damn.
Oh my gosh.
And I hate that bitch too, because she's a snarky hoe. So I don't like her. Yeah, I don't like that bitch. Because one time we smelled smoke coming from her apartment in the bathroom. But like, I didn't see smoke, but we smelled it, and it wasn't like, not smoke like weed, but like it smelled like something. And because of how the pipes are connected in the bathroom, that's why I smelled it predominantly there. So Tristan goes up and he's like, hey, I'm just letting you know we smelled smoke in the bathroom, so I just want to make sure y'all were good. And she was like, well, I smell smoke all the time. And he was like, bitch, that's not what the fuck I said. Like, that's not... Didn't nobody ask you that?
Tamisha Iman.
Right.
See,
like,
exactly.
didn't nobody... Exactly, bitch. Nobody asked you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody asked you that. He was like, I was checking to see if you was good, but I'm about to go now because you just pissed me off. Like, so I hate that bitch. I actually hate her.
Oh.
Snarky bitch.
Well.
Anyway.
Well. Who is your next song?
Oh, my next song. Basquiat's Bottle. Chrisette Michele, If I Had My Way.
To get on up out of here. 'Cause one day the way we feel will be alright. One day we'll make one day.
If I had my way.
If I had my way. But you know exactly
Pre-Andre Day.
You know exactly why I am ashamed too. That I like that song. She's talented though. I mean, if we're gonna call a thing, she's talented.
I still stand Epiphany. That's still the jam.
No, oh yeah, that's thinking just about being your girlfriend. Yeah, no, that is the jam. But she's dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I think even more so than her singing at the Trump inauguration. You know, because I understand everybody has a price.
You see what I mean? I told you, everybody has a price.
I'm like, well, bitch, I don't respect it, but I get it.
Told you, everybody has a price.
It's not even because of that. It's because of her performance that I saw in Love Jones the Musical. And since then, that bitch has been on my list. So has Jamiroquai Jackson, the nigga who wrote the whole shit in the first place. What you got next? What you want to do? Like 2 more each?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Hey, hey, don't break my heart. Sherry Dennis. You know, I love you. Sherry with the Bayang. With Jim Jones, a young jock, you know.
That's the jam. I don't know why you ashamed.
I only liked it because it was the song that they kept dancing to on Making the Band, and I liked that song better than the music that they put out. Because I was like, yeah, because I was like, y'all need to release this song in the theme song. Ooh, na 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 na, I'm feeling everything complicating up. Ooh, na 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 na. Yeah. Hey, they're gonna go on and on, and they're going left to right, and that was the theme song.
Yeah, that wasn't. We used to. Let me tell you something. We used to gather as a familia. Okay, I go over to my parents, and we would gather and watch Making the Band because, and we had, you know, we stand us a D Woods, we stand us a what's the other girl's name from New Orleans? Dawn. We stand a Dawn Richards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn, D Woods, and that was it.
I mean, I liked Shannon. I liked.
She was useless to me.
I like the one that carried the group. What's her name? The one that left.
The one who don't look right no more.
No, that's Aubrey. The other one that could sing.
Oh, she left the group.
Yeah, she had a baby and was like, "Y'all bitches are weird."
Okay,
remember
not
it was
fair.
Aubrey, Shannon, Dawn.
She was just
Juanita,
like she could sing, but like as I go back and I was like, yeah, she could sing, but there's bitches out here like who are like singing, and all that little Christina Aguilera like yeah, you know, all that shit. I'm like, I mean, you know, it's cute for a little yeah around the house.
Yeah, around the house. Yeah.
Okay, but that was your jam though. What do I have for my second to last? I don't even need to explain
my
why.
My last one is the jam. I can't wait.
Oh, I need to figure out what I want my last one to be.
Can't wait.
Okay.
Well, what's your second to last one? So go ahead.
Okay, my second to last one. Y'all know I don't listen to Animals too often, but I do have to admit that I like Trey Songz Can't Help But Wait.
You get that with him, it don't change. Can't help but wait till you see that with me, it ain't the same. Can't help but wait till you see you for what you really are. Baby girl, you are.
Can't help but wait.
It won't change. Can't help but wait.
That's a very Ultima song.
It is.
Like
I told you I got Ultima music on here, nigga. I already know. Anytime it comes on and I like snap to it, I'm like, what's wrong with you? But I like this shit. What's your last one?
My last song is a bop of all ages. You can hate on it if you want, but this will, eat your, little Delia shopping, peeking, pea picking heart out. Candy by Mandy Moore. I'm waiting for you. I'm missing you like candy.
Yeah, I don't see that being a guilty pleasure for you, though, friend. I feel like you strut to that down the street, like
I don't
and spin.
Yeah, I do. I don't care. All these songs, I don't give a fuck. I play Diamonds. Maybe Smitty, I might be a little ashamed to play.
XD definitely got little white girl qualities. He got a little white girl that lives inside of him sometimes. She wears Skechers.
It's so funny because she says Skechers because I've been listening to a lot of Meghan Trainor lately. She has a Skechers ad.
That's the bass girl, right?
Mm-hmm. I know I'm all about that. Should be on my list. I love that song.
Go ahead, put it on there. It's fine.
It's good.
Oh.
What's your last song?
My very, very, very last song needs no explanation as to why I'm ashamed to admit that I like it, but it's No Flex Zone by Ray Shremmerd featuring Pusha T and that person who owes me money.
No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better. No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better.
Yo, they are still fucking going. Does your vagina hurt? Jesus Christ. It's got to. Like,
I was so glad that didn't happen while we were recording that other thing.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
you guys so were all sorry. Here. Yeah, you guys were all here. We guested on we guested on a really popular podcast this week, which we can't wait to tell you all what it is. But I imagine if they would have been fucking.
And I had to be like, I'm so sorry, my neighbors are fucking. Like, what?
And he would have been like, you know what, T?
I because get it. Right. It's like, shit. At least somebody is.
Yeah.
No, I'm not hating on the fucking. I'm just hating on the cheap ass bed. But yeah, that's my last one. No Flex Zone.
No Flex Zone.
No flex zone.
I have a lot more, but we could tackle another day, another time.
Yeah, it's got a lot more Ray Shremmerd on it, but we will revisit the second part to this at some point or another, and continue to listen to us on Spotify because you can't listen to us anywhere else. Continue to subscribe to Patreon. Tell your friends and all your family and loved ones, who are non-judgmental or just slightly, to listen to Jaden XD. You got any announcements?
Nope. Just click all the links in the description box here on Spotify and subscribe and follow everybody and things. And also, if you see a little, card when you open up Spotify, take a picture, screen capture it, and tweet us. Like, hey, we see the card coming out when we open Spotify. It's something that Spotify is doing for us. Jaden XD over down at the job, down
at the office. So, we appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week.
Bye.